One evening, Amun came upon a large nomadic clan camp. The people scrambled in panic, but their leader, a tall man with a presence that reminded Amun of himself, stood firm, his eyes filled with both fear and determination. The leader raised his hands, signaling his people to run while he faced Amun alone.
"Leave, all of you!"
He commanded, his voice strong. The clan hesitated, glancing between their leader and the approaching figure of Dryhad. When they saw the resolve in their leader's eyes, they began to flee into the night, vanishing among the dunes. Amun stopped, watching the scene unfold. For a moment, he saw himself in the other leader, how he had once stood for his own people, willing to do anything for their survival. The leader held his ground as Amun approached, hands raised as if ready to fight, but his expression revealed the truth. He knew he wouldn't survive this encounter. The leader's bravery stirred something within Amun, but his rage was still too strong.
"You think you can save them?"
Amun growled, his voice like the wind ripping through the dunes. The leader only nodded, his face resolute.
"If one life saves many, it is worth it."
With a sudden movement, Amun reached out and touched the man's shoulder. The leader's face twisted in pain as his body began to crumble into dust. Amun watched as the man's eyes, filled with defiance, dimmed and vanished. For the first time, he felt no satisfaction, only a hollow emptiness. As the wind carried the leader's ashes away, Amun looked out at the fleeing figures disappearing into the desert. He felt an ache in his chest, a whisper of the man he once was. He raised his hand to strike again, but hesitated. His fingers trembled, and the glow in his eyes flickered. He could have ended them all, but the memory of the leader's sacrifice held him back. The clan vanished into the distance, spared by his moment of hesitation. Amun stared at his hand, at his curse. For the first time, he saw the faces of those he had condemned. Children, elders, innocents, and he felt the weight of his choices. As the realization of his crimes washed over him, the anger that had fueled him for so long began to fade, replaced by the crushing weight of regret.
Things are really getting interesting, huh? It would mean a lot to us if you liked and shared the video. Click on the profile to see it and more of our engaging stories. And if you haven't already, make sure you've subscribed or followed. Trust us, you don't want to miss out on part 6.